And here is the Artist's Almanac for February 13th, 2018. It's the birthday of flying ace and test pilot Chuck Yeager, born on this day in 1923 in Myra, West Virginia. Yeager's career began in World War II as a private in the United States Army Air Forces. After serving as an aircraft mechanic, in September 1942 he entered enlisted pilot training, and upon graduation was promoted to the rank of flight officer and a P-51 fighter pilot. Yeager demonstrated outstanding flying skills and combat leadership, and on October 12, 1941, downed 5 enemy aircrafts in a single mission, a designation known as Ace in a Day. 2 of these kills were scored without even firing a shot. When he flew into firing position against a Messerschmitt Bf-109, the pilot of the aircraft panicked, braking to starboard and colliding with his wingman. Yeager later reported both pilots bailed out. He finished the war with 11 official victories, including one of the first air-to-air victories over a jet fighter, a German Messerschmitt Me-262. "The first time I saw a jet, I shot it down," he'd later say. In his 1986 memoirs, Yeager recalled with disgust that atrocities were committed by both sides, and went on to recount going on a mission with orders from the 8th Air Force to strafe anything that moved. Yeager would later say, "I'm certainly not proud of that particular strafing mission against civilians, but it is there, on the record, and in my memory." After the war, Yeager became a test pilot of many types of aircraft, including experimental rocket-powered aircraft. As the first human to officially break the sound barrier on October 14, 1947, he flew the experimental Bell X-1 at Mach 1 at an altitude of 45,000 feet. Fellow pilot Scott Crossfield was the first to fly faster than Mach 2 in 1953, and Yeager quickly set a new record of Mach 2.44 in December of the same year. Yeager's flying career spans more than 60 years and has taken him to every corner of the globe, and on October 14th of 2012, on the 65th anniversary of breaking the sound barrier, Yeager did it again at the age of 89, riding in a McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle, piloted by Captain David Vincent out of Nellis Air Force Base. Unfortunately, many people do not consider fun an important item on their daily agenda. For me, that was always a high priority in whatever I was doing. A quote from the great Chuck Yeager, who turns 96 today. It's also the birthday of English singer-songwriter, producer, and humanitarian Peter Gabriel, born in 1950 in Surrey, England. Gabriel rose to fame as the original lead singer and flautist of the progressive rock band Genesis, and left the band in 1975, launching a successful solo career with Salisbury Hill as his first single. His 1986 album So is his best-selling release, and is certified triple platinum in the UK and 5-time platinum in the US. The album's most successful single, Sledgehammer, won a record 9 MTV Awards at the 1987 MTV Music Video Awards. The album was also propelled by its close attachment to the 1989 Cameron Crowe film, Say Anything, in which the song In Your Eyes is prominently featured. After a painful divorce in 1987 from his first wife Jill Moore, and a brief but turbulent relationship with actress Rosanna Arquette, Gabriel found himself exploring his difficulties in relationships. The resulting album, entitled Us, was released in 1992 and contained the hit single Digging in the Dirt, which describes a difficult process of therapeutic self-examination. I started with 23 different lyric ideas on a range of subjects, but the personal stuff seemed to dominate the songwriting. Ultimately, he noted, the painful look inside was central for me, and not to have written about it would have been a denial. In 2011, Gabriel released orchestral arrangements of his greatest hits on an album entitled New Blood, and as a die-hard fan of his work, I can't recommend it highly enough. On a more personal note, I met Peter Gabriel after a TED Talk I attended some years ago. I ran into him on the sidewalk at the day's end. I met a lot of interesting folks that day: Bill Gates, Sergey Brin, David Brooks, a bunch. But when I realized the small, chubby, gray-haired Englishman I was chatting with was Peter Gabriel, I cut him off mid-sentence, looked at him wide-eyed, and screamed monotone in his face, "Oh my God, you're Peter Gabriel!" I'm still very sorry for that, Mr. Gabriel, and a very, very happy birthday to you. Thanks for listening. Be kind, do good work, and until next time.